guess one thing that I was so happy about was that church, Fifi's church. We've never been treated so good. If I lived in a cross, I know where I'd be going to church. Man, get up there and dance and praise the Lord. And what a church. And man, the way that everybody treated us was just unbelievable. And one day, Lord, He just directed me to the book of Luke to read again the parable about the banquet, and how true it is what that parable says about how people make excuses. I heard all them excuses. The first day we went on the street, it was, everybody was, people were praying, receiving Christ. Everything went so well. And then the second day, from the church, I walked across the street, and the first man I talked to was a Church of Christ. And this guy tripped offline. He had a fit and started shouting that we was going to hell because our name's not Church of Christ. And this guy you couldn't talk to. And that went across the street to the next guy that I walked up to, and he was a Jehovah's Witness. And man, that was something. But God gave me words, and He gave me scriptures. I had my Bible, and He talked about Jesus and hung on the stake. He wasn't on the cross. And anyway, I was able to show him what the Scripture said. And he took a Bible. And he said he would read it. And so anyway, I walked away from him, and I read it. The next guy was this guy that he did not believe in God. He wasn't going to believe in God. It was one of them. The first day was so good, but more Satan was working that second day. And then another thing, when we went to Appaloosa, I said, man, Rusty said, boy, we go way down there, and that's the bad part. I said, let's go. You know how far we got? We didn't get from here to that cabinet right there, and we went, but there was a little deal we went in, and you had to turn sideways and walk in there. We walked in, and there was a little compound there, and there were 3 women sitting there. And we started talking Jesus, and this one got up, she hooked him, but 2 of them stayed. And Rusty, that's when I seen Rusty in action. He led these 2 Muslim women to Christ. And I never will forget it, because one of them got up and walked away, and the other 2 stayed. And I prayed for that other one and walked away. 2 of them stayed. Amen. I won't forget them 2 women sitting there, them 2 Muslim women. And like I say, there's just so many things that happen over there. And we've seen so many seeds were planted, and so many people did come to Christ. And then there were these about 6 young men I met on the street. I invited to church. And Jerry was getting ready to preach up there, and I was standing out on the street, and I said, come on, guys. They all came up there, but they was making excuses. About the clothes they had on, and they didn't want to come. I said, don't worry about the clothes, come on in. Well, I don't have no money to put in the offering. Don't worry about it, you ain't no money tonight, come on in. And I think all 6 of them came in. Me and Wally was sitting there, and they was sitting over here. And Jerry started preaching, they started talking and looking at each other, and I told Wally, I said, they're fixing to make a break. One would get up, he'd leave, and then 2 got up and left, and it came down to what, 3 or 2? 3. Okay, 3 stayed. 3 stayed. And the other 3 stayed and 3 left. And them 3 that stayed received Jesus Christ. And 2 of them was at the deal the next night out there dancing and praising the Lord.
And didn't look anything like the night of, new creation.
Amen. And I tell you what, it was so real, because after the preaching was said done, Jerry asked us all to come up and pray for people, and man, these guys came up and hugged on them, and it changed. So that's why I go back to that parable. I read it last night. I said I read it last night. Then I got the commentary out and read what the commentary said about the parable at the banquet. What a message that is. What a strong message that is. Me and Rusty and Linda, man, Pastor Lewis, and everybody out there, our hats off to everybody.
Well, I got an email from Pastor Fifi,
Yeah.
and just wanted to